Hey, girl, wish me well. I don't keep no chain, no ain't no wishing well. Don't kiss and tell. She still got my skin under her fingernail. Who the hell let you in this bitch? Boy, you look like you 12. Send them shells, cause I heard a dead man cannot tell a tale. Wish me well. I don't keep no chain, no ain't no wishing well. Don't kiss and tell. She still got my skin under her fingernails. Who the hell let you in this bitch? Boy, you look like you 12. Send them shells, cause I heard a dead man cannot tell a tale. Oh, for real, I be calling shot, you just be calling 12. Raw scale.
Let's get it. You already know what it is. The Sports Bender Podcast, Season 3, Episode 5. We're back at it, man, and I'm super hyped because Week 6 was a shit show.
A lot of upsets, man. A lot of upsets.
Crazy, man. My dog Craig 305 in the building.
What's up, guys?
Shout out my guy.
What's up?
Good to have you back, man.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
Yeah, man. So much we have to break down in such a little amount of time, but we're going to dive right into it. Pause on that. Week 6, again, like I said, was a complete shit show. And we had 2 unbeaten teams going into Week 6, and we have 2 unbeaten teams that are no longer unbeaten coming out of Week 6.
Shocking.
The Jets and what was the other team? The Browns. Both of those teams completing upsets against the Niners and the Eagles, respectively, stopping those reigns there. So 72 Dolphins are still the only unbeaten team ever.
Yeah, let's give it up for the 72 Dolphins. Yeah,
man, let's go.
Shout out Code, man. The Jets did it for us, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, bro.
Great job to the New York Jets coming through with
so much.
Big-time W, man. Big-time W by the New York Jets. So, I guess instant reactions to not just having no unbeaten teams, but to these 2 teams. Anything surprised you coming out of this week?
Shit, I mean, the Browns beat the Niners with P.J. Walker.
That was a big shock for me.
That's crazy. But also, in this same game, the Niners lost Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel. So, that was 2.
Looking bad for them.
That was 2 bad ones for them. Couldn't have gone any worse for them.
The Jets game, to be honest, I know they lost Aaron Rodgers, but I'm not that surprised. The defense, in the beginning of the season, they would have Aaron Rodgers and everybody. That was going to be a top 5 defense.
Yeah.
So, that L, to me, is not that surprising. The Browns L, that was the shocker for me because I was expecting the 49ers to wipe them out, especially with PJ, and it looked pretty bad for the offense out there.
I think this says a little bit about what Brock Purdy is and what he isn't yet. I'm not saying this is who he is forever, but clearly he's not where people thought he would be after winning 16, 17, 18 straight games. People are talking about this guy like he's made 6 first-team All-Pros, 10-time Pro Bowler. People talk about this man like that. People try to put him in that conversation. I don't think he's there.
I feel that, but you can't knock him either. You just said it's his first loss in, how many games now? 10 games, 11 games, something like that, bro.
I personally like him. I think
he won 17 or 18 straight regular season games.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Was he in for that long?
Yeah, remember he came in last year, week 11, ran the table, then they won the first game in the playoffs, and then lost in the NFC title.
You're right. They
and now they've
played
gone
a lot of games.
Yeah, and then they just went 5-0 now, and now they just finally lost in week 6.
Yeah, bro. He won that many games. You can't be too mad at him, bro. It's one game.
That's the thing.
It's going to happen. Good teams are going to lose those games during the season sometimes, bro. So.
But I'm not saying that I'm mad at him. I'm just saying now we can pump the brakes on some of these comparisons or putting him in this category with Patrick Mahomes, even though Patrick Mahomes is his own category, but Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, guys like that have.
I don't know if he's ever been compared to those guys.
Well, people are putting this guy in the top 10 like it's easy. It's a wraps. I've heard it. We got new guys entering the top 5, mentioning Tua. So some guys are dropping off because some guys have elevated their level of play. Now, I'm not saying Brock Purdy's not good and he can't get to that. I'm just saying he's not that right now today. And I think the loss of Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel was more all right, let's see if you can get us over the hump and play outside of yourself a little bit. Maybe push the ball down the field a little bit more, or we'll put you in more 7-step dropbacks when when it's a 7-step dropback, he's dropping back to launch the shit. They're not quick 3-step drop backs to get rid of it. No, I'm falling back. I'm scanning the field. I'm going through my progressions, and I'm putting this team on my back paws and trying to make this shit happen. And it didn't come through. That's what I'm saying. I completely agree with the both of you in terms of more of a shocking loss is definitely that Niners loss. That defense by the Jets is legit, though. Can we talk about that Jets defense?
I mean, it is what it is. Everyone knew coming into the season they were going to be a top 5 defense, and they showed it today. And, I hate to talk about Jets and talk about their success, but, they're at 500 now, so it is what it is. They're at 500, so we'll see what happens.
Even the Browns, I think the Browns have a really good defense. What's more shocking for me is that offense with all the injuries still able to get that win.
Yeah,
especially
against a
great
top
defense.
2 defense. I think that was the top 2 defenses playing today against each other.
Yeah, going against
against the offenses. So,
How long are these guys out? Any update on that? Or how long McCaffrey and Debo are out?
Let me double check it here.
I know they didn't make it back to the game.
Yeah, they didn't make it back to the game.
So it says Debo Samuel and McCaffrey was out with an oblique. They were both out with oblique injuries, so they didn't come back. And it says provided McCaffrey's return quickly, San Francisco would look back as an anomaly.
It doesn't seem that bad. I think hopefully
an
they'll get back on
oblique
the
injury
field
is tricky.
It's hit or miss.
Yeah, it's tricky.
Maybe miss a game, but it doesn't sound like something.
Doesn't sound like it's going to be lingering.
Yeah.
But for McCaffrey's sake, you really hope it doesn't because unfortunately he's had some injury issues in the past, and you don't want that to come back because last year he was a stud. He was a stud. Barely missed any games. He probably missed a game or two, but for the most part, he was a stud last season. He started the first 5 weeks of this season playing very well. Obviously, consensus top 5 back. So that's what I'm saying. At least to me, the Jets, especially against the Eagles, man, the Eagles have struggled. They might have been one of the worst 5-0 teams I've ever seen in my life.
I think they started that season like that too, though. I don't know if I'm wrong.
They
started
were
like
rolling.
a sketch because
they started off hot.
They started off hot, bro.
With the
they
wins,
were great.
They were with the wins, but the wins were always still sketchy in the beginning.
I don't know. I think
even in Kelsey's documentary, he talks about it.
Yeah,
he says that every game in the beginning was nerve wracking, and I get it because it was that they will get the wins
for the Eagles or for him.
For the Eagles, for the Eagles. That Kelsey, they're both in the same documentary. But
you're talking about Jason Kelsey.
Yeah, Jason
Kelsey.
My
bad. I always forget
he talks
about
the games being close, and the Eagles were able to get the wins. This is a really close one that you thought they would get it. They miss a field goal.
Yeah. You know why I'm thinking that though, and I guess it's just the way the media is portrayed it now. Jalen Hurts 5-0, right? He was nowhere near the MVP discussion this year.
Even
last year he was.
Towards the end. In the beginning, I think they were being
it was all year. It was all year. He was front running for MVP. Then he got hurt, right?
Yeah, exactly. He got hurt, and then that's when Mahomes ran away with it.
So it's crazy how you can have the same identical record through 5 weeks between back-to-back seasons, and one of them people are praising you, the next people are expecting better.
Always.
And what does this say about the Eagles? We talked about the Jets real quick. Clearly, top 5 defense. It's not necessarily a shocking loss, but it's still an upset.
Yeah.
Obviously, whoever picked Jets money line, you made some money today. I know, Cody, you picked it. I already know, Cody. I know you picked Jets money line. You ain't got to tell me.
Lucky.
But what does this say about the Eagles and specifically Jalen Hurts? Does it say anything at all? Is this an anomaly?
I don't think so. I think they're still a great team. They're stacked everywhere. Defense is stacked, running back position stacked, wide receivers are stacked, and obviously Jalen Hurts. It's just a tough one. Sometimes you have tough losses in the NFL. It's not college. You're not expected to go undefeated, Right. So I still think it's them and the 49ers, to run the NFC. And, it's going to stay that way, I think, the rest of the season.
I feel it.
I mean, what he said is pretty much true, bro. It's still going to be either the Niners or the Eagles in the NFC Championship, and if not, one of those teams for sure. Yeah. So, get ready, NFC, because, besides the Lions, that's the only team that I think could really put up a fight against any of those teams.
I wouldn't sleep on the Rams, though.
No, I like the Rams.
I like the Rams, too, just because at least with Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford, they've shown that they can do it, and you still have Aaron Donald there. So you have some of the core pieces that were there during their Super Bowl run. I'm not saying they're going to get to an NFC title game.
Yeah.
Let me preface my comments.
I don't think
I'm not saying they're going to do that, but can they – in a divisional game against the Niners or Eagles, can they make it close? Can they make it a field goal game? Can they make Jalen Hurts or Brock Purdy make plays. You know what I'm saying? And Jalen Hurts is proving he could do it. So I'm not shocked if he were. Can Brock Purdy do it? Because, I mean, I feel bad that he didn't get to play in that NFC title game last year, but that doesn't mean he was going to play great. You know,
Sure.
He could have, but it's not just a written set in stone either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the Eagles, I mean, they got lucky, man. They got to go against Christian McCaffrey at quarterback.
Yeah, it's true. You know, they did catch a huge break on the way to the Super Bowl, but you got to play who's in front of you, bro.
Yeah.
It's not their fault that Purdy got hurt.
To piggyback off real quick, you know, talking about the MVP conversation, through the first 6 weeks, who do you guys got?
For MVP?
You have the league. You guys have someone that you can. I just by the smile, we're gonna have the same answer, and I'm not being biased. Like,
I'm me either.
Facts.
That's why it's like I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what the people on TikTok or Instagram say. Oh, they're from Miami. They blah blah blah. Bruh, we're balling right now. I don't want to hear shit y'all gotta say. I don't. Like, we're balling. So Tua is my early favorite MVP. So
yeah, me too. If you look at, you know, MVP should be someone that makes the difference for their team. When Tua wasn't on our team last year, we had pretty much the same team. We didn't have
every fucking game
we
that
lost
he
all
didn't
the
play
time,
in.
and it was drastic. Now we get Tua back. Everything's looking great. You know, like, I think that's the definition of MVP. If he hopefully keeps on with the run, I definitely think he'll run away with it. Like, I don't see Mahomes. Like, I love Mahomes, but I don't see him being like a great difference maker right now for the team. At least the first 6 weeks.
Yeah.
What you got?
I mean,
right.
Mahomes doing his thing. I'm not gonna say he's not. He's still up there in MVP votes, but I think Tua right now is a clear cut, bro.
That's what I wanted to say. It's not necessarily who's in the running, whatever. It's clear cut right now. It's clear. Like, it's as fucking clear as it's ever been, to be quite honest with you. Tua, number one in yards, number one in attempts, number one in completion percentage, number one in touchdowns, number one in yards per game. Number one in QBR. Get the fuck out of here, yo. This would have never been a question about any other quarterback if Mahomes had these same stats.
Oh, facts.
Exactly.
We wouldn't even be having this discussion. If Josh Allen had it, if Burrow had it, if Lamar Jackson,
no one talks
Herbert.
about how Patrick Mahomes has Andy Reid, one of the greatest offensive coaches ever.
And
No one talks about that. They just talk about how great his arm is and his magic tricks. That's it.
Which
bro.
is true, though. I'm not saying that it's not
exactly,
true, but
not to take nothing away from him, because Mahomes, bro.
Mahomes
he's great.
Mahomes.
But you got to give credit when it's due when it comes to other players and other quarterbacks, bro.
especially guys like Tua, who it seems like they want to write him off. The national media wants to write. They want him to be bad because they want the Josh Allens and the Justin Herberts, and it's not on some other stuff. It on some other outside of football stuff. They just want these guys because they predicated these guys. They're 6'4". They're tall quarterbacks. They're prototype. The NFL wants to keep that staple going, and Tua completely disregards that mode.
He destroys it. He shatters.
Shorter guy, can move outside the pocket, lefty. You know what I'm saying?
Lefty.
It changes the dynamic of an entire offense, and I think what Tua's doing with Mike McDaniel, it just goes to show how much a coach matters. That's why I always bring up coaches. Always bring up coaches. I brought up Kellen Moore last episode. I know you don't like him, but that's why I bring up coaches, because I think even though he's not a head coach in Kellen Moore's case, Mike McDaniel has really, I mean, he was like the infinity stone that Tua needed.
Yeah, man.
It's that simple. Sure. But I got Tua for sure in the race for MVP right now. That'd be my number one choice. But let's go top 10 teams so far after 5 weeks or 6 weeks of the NFL season. Like, there's a lot of good teams, man. A lot of good teams with good records, multiple 5-1 teams. Yeah. So we'll list those first.
I can name 4 off the top of my head.
Yeah. So we got Fins right there at 5-1. We got Kansas City.
Boom.
Also at 5-1.
Damn,
we got
that's
Philly.
5, yeah.
Philly at 5-1. Detroit
Niners,
also at
Detroit.
5-1. And San Fran at 5-1. So those are the 5-1 teams right now in the NFL. And I think people can say clear cut. Those are the best 5 teams in the NFL. You can't.
Yeah.
Exactly. The Eagles, the Niners, the Dolphins, the Lions, and the Chiefs. Those are the best 5 teams. However you want to order them. You can order them, I guess, however you want.
Yeah, you already know what I'm thinking, but
yeah, I want to say Fins, but is it Fins?
I think it's Fins.
Best team in the NFL right now.
After these guys taking the L, yeah.
I think when we play the Eagles next Sunday
We'll
night,
see. Yeah.
we'll really see who's the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, facts.
And I think the Eagles are going to get up for that game. So I agree with both.
What about the Bills? Bills lost twice?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, they lost to the Jaguars last week in London.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right.
So they lost twice. The next pair of teams, we got Baltimore at 4-2. We have Jacksonville also at 4-2. We have anybody else 4-2 here? No. Then we have
the Bills, right? Or no, they're
are
playing
3-2
right now. Yeah.
The Bills are 3-2, looking to go to 4-2 right now on Sunday Night Football. We have Pittsburgh at 3-2, Cleveland at 3-2, Cincy at 3-3. We also have a couple of 3-3 teams in Indy and Houston.
What's the top 10 though?
So top 10 are those 5 teams that I mentioned.
Yeah.
Then we have 6 Baltimore, Jacksonville. That's 6-7. And then we're going to go Buffalo at 3-2.
Barring what they play today.
Then we're going to go Dallas also at 3-2. So that's 8. Then we're going to go Seattle at 9 at 3-2. And then we're going to end it with Cincy at 10 at 3-3.
Oh.
So just by strength of schedule, and these rankings are subjective. Any website you go to, whatever, you can pick whatever you want, but those would be considered the top 10 teams in the NFL. So I like Seattle right there at 9-2. I think there aren't any surprises so far.
They lost to Cincy today, so take what you want.
It
with
was
that,
a close game.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it was a close game.
It was
too.
a close
It literally
game.
came down to the wire. So
and we all predicted that Cincy would start getting rolling after what they did last week. So this doesn't shock me. It's not like Cincy is a bad football team. They just had a bad stretch.
And, who are the next 2 teams after 10?
After 10,
maybe Chargers.
After 10, we got another 3-3 team in the Jets. And then we also have the Cleveland Browns at 3-2.
Have you mentioned the Chargers?
The Chargers right now, because they play tomorrow.
Yeah, they play on Monday.
Are 2-2, so they haven't played yet.
Oh, okay,
I was like,
so their game's still coming up. So yeah, they got the Cleveland Browns and then the Jets after winning today.
Okay.
So the Jets are a good football team too. Don't get me wrong. I think they have the weapons on the outside with Lazard, obviously Garrett Wilson. It's really dependent on Zach Wilson. Can he play at this level for a substantial amount of time?
Yeah,
that's really the question.
Isn't always going to be able to bail him out, And he did just enough today to secure the win. But when you're playing a team like, I don't know if they play the Niners, but I'm pretty sure they're going to play a really good team eventually and have to. They still got to play the Dolphins twice.
That's true. No,
so when you
very
play
true.
against a team that can score, bro, the defense isn't going to be able to keep them to 10 points. So, 10, 15 points. They're going to score 20, 21 points. You're going to have to score. So,
I agree.
I feel like, their record doesn't show it, but Baltimore has been playing worse than I think people had expected.
I think so, too. I think they've just been getting some cupcake teams lately, so they've been
I would
padding the
rank
schedule.
the Chargers better than them. That's what I was asking.
They just
you about
haven't
the
played.
I know they haven't
They haven't
played,
played.
but I would just think I think the Chargers are better than them.
I think so too. I think they've been playing better this year.
Yeah, they're looking offensively good.
Yes, and defensively,
solid.
Not great, but they've never been great defensively.
They've always been, solid.
Middle of the pack.
Yeah.
As long as you're middle of the pack. If you have an elite offense, you just need at least a middle of the pack defense.
Facts.
I think that the top 10 teams, again, like I said, that's a very subjective list. Anybody can have whatever they want on it and how you can split it up. But the good thing is that the top 5 teams, the 5-1 teams, any fraud on that list.
Baltimore. That's the one I would say.
Well, they're not a top 5 team.
On the top 5.
So
yeah,
out of
top 10.
Kansas City, you got Kansas City, Philly, Detroit, Miami, and Niners. Any frauds there? Any team that should make it to either the conference championship or Super Bowl and won't due to
I'm going to say, just to answer the question, not the, I think they're horrible, is the Lions.
the Lions.
Yeah, that's what I was.
But
saying
I don't think
Friday.
they have. I don't think they have unrealistic expectations. I don't think people going into the season were expecting them to
exactly.
be
So that's
5-1 or make an NFC title game.
Yeah.
People are writing off Eagles Niners NFC title game.
But I wouldn't have expected them to be top 5 for sure. If you asked me that in the beginning of the season, I would still think they would be good. But like they're a little shocker to me to be this good. We'll see now with the loss of Montgomery if he misses time, and they already have Jameer out. So they have no running game after that.
I agree.
How is Goff going to respond?
That's. I mean, Jameer Gibbs. It's time. It's his time.
He was out. Playing. He was out again this week.
Yeah,
that's 2 weeks in a row. So hopefully he comes back next week if Montgomery's out.
But then for them to still get a dub and then not have Jameer Gibbs in, I think that's solid work. They're just trucking along, getting through it with injuries on the offensive and defensive side of that. I mean, I'm not going to say the Lions are the team that are, because like I said, I don't think they're disappointing anybody. If they can make, they're going to get for sure home field for sure in the playoffs because they're going to win the North.
Yeah.
They're going to win the North. And
That's going to be crazy.
I don't think they're going to get the number 1 seed, so they won't get a bye, but they should win that first wild card game if they're at least a 1 or 2 or 3 seed.
Hopefully they get a good matchup.
Yeah, hopefully they can get a good matchup. But the team that I'm going with, unfortunately, is the Philadelphia Eagles. That's a team that I think people had expectations of, and I don't think they're going to pan out the way people think they're going to pan out. And my main reason for that is unfortunately the weapons on the outside.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown is great. Devonta Smith is great. It'd be nice for them to have at least one other guy, like a slot guy, who can run the routes that are like inside the numbers. So, you have all these other guys working the hash marks and running these fade routes and go routes and post routes. But you need a guy who can just run the middle of the field and just do a lot with a little bit of space is pretty much what I'm saying. Like somebody like who's that little guy? Who's that little guy who plays for the Rams? He's really, really good. Tutu or whatever his name is.
Oh, yeah.
Tutu Atwell?
I think he's really good, especially in the red zone. Tutu Atwell is really good in the red zone. He finds space, and he's such a little guy, but he finds space, and makes it worth it. So I think the Eagles they're missing something. I don't know what it is. I like Nick Sirianni. I like the quarterback. Yeah. I like DeAndre Swift. I like the defense. Getting Jalen Carter in the draft. I think they're a good football team. I don't think they're going to make a Super Bowl run again. I just don't.
I got them in the Super Bowl against the Dolphins.
No.
Right now?
Yeah, right now. And, just how I predicted, before the season started. I was just going, obviously, a little crazy with the Dolphins. But
yeah,
I really think that they'll get to the Super Bowl again.
Wow.
I
love it.
I think they're solid enough.
I love it.
They're solid.
I love it.
The 49ers are my second favorite team, so I'm there trying to be real honest.
Okay.
That's not like I'm getting crazy.
Before we go to break, though, I appreciate that, though. Before we go to break, Rocky, I definitely need your answer on that as well. What team out of those 5 do you think are any pretenders, if there are any? If there's not, then that's fine, too.
I don't want to say there's any pretenders in that list, but, I kind of want to piggyback off what you said. And because, honestly, I would say the most disappointing out of those 5 would be the Eagles as far as expectations. Because, like you said, everyone thought it's going to be a rematch of the Super Bowl this year, Everyone thought Chiefs, Eagles, But they gotta do something because they're 5-1 right now. Obviously, it's not the end of the world. You just lost one game, you won 5 in a row.
Right.
But the way they've been winning those games hasn't been as convincing, especially with the talent that they have on their team. So I think they still got plenty of time to ramp it up, and I think they will. So, we'll see what happens.
Right. I think a Super Bowl run is what they're expecting, and anything short of that is deemed a failure.
Yeah, that's the thing, exactly. When you have Super Bowl aspirations, it's always going to be like that, man.
Kelsey was going to retire 2 years ago, and he made the run last year, pushing because he thought, and now again because he believes that they could go for it. And
Jalen Hurts, brother, come on, dude. I know you've been playing well. You had a great year last year. Had a breakout year. It's time to make it happen.
They gotta let him sling it more.
It's time to. Yeah, they do. No, they definitely do.
I feel like they're holding him back this year a little bit on the pass.
They might be. Guys, we're going to
think
be
so?
right back. We're going to take a break, but make sure you tap in with my guy, Craig 305. You need all your camera work, podcast, videos, whatever you need, photo shoots. Get it done. You already know what it is. Sports Bender Podcast. We'll be right back. Yes, sir. We're back. We're back. Back not like we never left. Season 3, episode 5 of the Sports Bender Podcast. Week 6 just happened, and we had some parlays that really didn't hit this week, unfortunately. But it comes with the game, you know.
Yep. Sure.
If you can't throw the money without worrying about losing it, you probably shouldn't throw the money.
Facts.
Just bet with already thinking you lost it. So when you win it, you know it's a come
Same shit
up.
with the stock market.
Exactly. Yeah,
Put
exactly.
some money in there. Make sure that's money you don't care
Make
about.
sure that you don't need that money to pay your rent. All right? That's the number one thing. But bad beats for week 6. This is our first edition of bad beats. All right. Unfortunately, we had some tickets that didn't really hit today. At least me and Roggy did. I don't know. Did you throw a ticket today?
No, bro.
Oh, okay.
I don't gamble.
You know, Brees Hall, if you could do a little something.
Yeah, man. Throw me your bad beats.
That would have won me a little something today, pal. But whatever. But I think my bad beat that I got for the day is we had the Las Vegas Raiders versus the New England Patriots. All right, so Raiders are -3. We got a minute and a half left in the game. Mac Jones gets sacked for a safety that pushes the game for 4-point lead for the Raiders, and they end up winning by 4 and covering. So whoever took the Pats got screwed major. And you want to know why? Because Mac Jones is a bum.
Ooh.
What a guy.
I could definitely co-sign that.
Bum.
Co-sign that. Yo, man, Mac Jones is a bum.
The Patriots smell.
Yeah, man, they're bad. They're just bad. They're stinky bad. There's another word I could use for bad, but I won't use it.
Trash.
Shit.
Hot garbage.
Shit bucket.
Yeah, Mac Jones is done. It's
We've
done.
lived to see the Patriots turn to shit.
Before I
It's
give you my
amazing.
bad beats,
Feels great.
I want to
Feels
ask.
great.
I want to talk. I want to ask you guys. Just you can give me a one-word answer, but is Bill Belichick toast?
I think.
Is he toast? Say it. Yes or no. No. Yes or no.
No, because of the fact that bro, it's hard to keep having a great team all the time. He lost Brady. Brady's a great player,
But he's
I'll
been.
give you that.
He went to the playoffs one year. They got smoked, and he hasn't made the playoffs again. It's been what, 3 years, right? 3 years or 4 years? 3 or 4 years for sure.
Since Brady left?
Since Brady left.
I want to say 3. I think
Okay.
this is the 3rd year.
This would be the 3rd year.
Yeah,
I don't
because Brady only played 2 years for the Bucks, right?
yeah.
No,
Did he-
3.
third?
So after the 2, he retired and then came back.
Yeah.
No.
Is that what
He
it
won the
was?
Super Bowl the first year.
Then he
The
played.
second year, remember they played the Rams when the
And
Rams
lost.
won and lost.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then,
and then he came back.
and then
one
he
more year.
played. And who they lose to? The Cowboys. They lost to the
Yeah.
Cowboys last year in the wild
Yeah,
card.
so this is officially the first year without Brady. So.
Right. So Brady played there 3 years. So Belichick's been without Brady for
3 years.
this would
And
be
they've
the 4th
gotten-
year right here.
Yeah,
this is
this is
fourth
going to
year.
be the 4th. And they've gotten
One
arguably
playoff
worse every year that he's been gone.
Exactly.
They've gotten worse and worse. And right now, it's the tipping point.
So is he toast? I mean, tipping point means 50-50, but if you had to pick, yes or no, is he toast?
If I had
you
to
said
pick-
no, you can't switch.
Let me just say one thing though. I think this is the perfect conversation to have. Who's more important, Brady or Bill Belichick?
But I think
feel
that's been proven, right?
Yeah, so it's been Brady. So all that time and all that accomplishments that Bill Belichick has, I will credit to Brady. Brady's the
He
reason.
deserves some credit, but not 50-50 split.
No, I think it's all Brady because you even
All of it?
all of it. Because if you
Oh
look,
my
look
God.
look,
Calm down.
Look at the teams that he
I don't want to
had.
go Super Bowl by Super Bowl here. We don't have
to go
time for
Super Bowl by
that.
Super Bowl, but look at the teams that he had. He never really had any great players.
Yes, besides Randy Moss.
Exactly.
And Gronk. He had Gronk.
No,
He had
he had
Gronk.
And
Dion
Gronk
He had
Brady.
Gronk. He had Gronk.
Bro, he had a few players, bro. There was a few years that he had some decent offensive weapons.
I feel like he made them good though. He was a guy that
No.
He had
but
Wes
whoever-
Welker
yeah,
for
Wes
like
Welker was
forever.
nobody, and then he turned them into Wes Welker.
No, hold on.
No,
Hold on.
Wes Welker didn't do
Because
anything
even
with
when Wes Welker was on the Dolphins, he
was
wasn't
good.
the Wes Welker that he was for the Patriots, but
Okay.
he was still good.
He was
There's a
good,
reason-
though. He was
there's
good.
a reason
That's
why
what
the
I'm saying.
Pats traded for him, bro. 'Cause
Exactly. He was good. He wasn't trash. I don't think Brady made him. Did he make him a Super Bowl champ?
No,
All right, we
I
can
mean,
say that. We could say, did he make him a Super Bowl champ?
It's
for sure.
hard. It's hard to say because when they traded for him, he was so young. He was only like 2 years in the league, I think.
Yes,
so
yes. But Brady obviously helped him get them to the Super Bowl.
So
to say he helped him get a Super Bowl champ, yeah. But did he make him as a
look
football player?
Look what he
No.
did for Peyton Manning when he went to the Broncos, bro. He snapped for.
That was the first year. That was the first year Peyton went to Denver, right?
Yeah.
And he won MVP through 50-some touchdowns.
Yeah, he balled
They lost
out.
in the Super Bowl, but he had a great year. It was a great year overall for Peyton Manning and the Broncos. So I completely agree with that. But come on, man. Come on.
You think Belichick's better reason for them winning than
No, but I'm not going to say it's 100 to 0. I'm not going to say it's 100 to 0. I'll go 60 40, 70 30.
Hand in hand, bro. It goes hand in hand. Like
no, but clearly
you're
it
splitting
didn't.
hairs when you're talking about that. If we're being honest, because there's plenty of Super Bowls where the defense bailed out Brady.
Yes, no, I agree.
So-
but bailout sounds like a strong word because I can
Not bailed them out, but they won the game for the team. So
no, I don't know, man.
I think they put him in a position to where you really have to mess up the game.
But Brady had to get him in field goal range. At least 2 of the first 3. The Carolina one
but
and
who
the
do you
Rams
think is
one.
keeping the game that close for you to even kick a field goal?
You're right. No, the
If
defense
the offense
does.
isn't putting up numbers,
You're right. You're right.
like
I agree.
The offense isn't putting up touchdowns, and the
But
defense is still keeping the game
Brady doesn't
close
get that team
4
to field goal
quarters.
range, that game goes into overtime, and who knows what
And
happens.
if Adam Vinatieri doesn't kick those field goals, then they don't win anything.
Exactly. So Brady gets the credit for at least getting him to field goal range, is what we're saying. At least he gets the credit for that.
Adam Vinatieri has kicked some super long field goals. It's not like they were 30-yard putt shots, bro.
They weren't 50-yarders either.
We can look it up or whatever, but they weren't just like some little,
No, they weren't chip shots. Yeah, none of them were just
like
20, 30 yarders.
He's going to put this ball in.
I agree. I agree with that as well.
That was also back then when there wasn't many kickers. They were kicking 50 yards plus, bro, like how there is now.
Right.
Like a lot of times, like the thing now with the kickers is no accuracy, but they got the boot,
They got the
man.
leg. They got the leg. Pause.
They can kick the ball far, but it's
They can.
the accuracy that's a problem.
That's
nowadays.
missing nowadays. Yes, I agree with that. But I think Belichick is toast. I wanted to ask you guys that. I always try to get one word answers out of you guys. I can't ever get them.
No, but hold on. I didn't even get to finish. I mean, I'm saying no. Like he's not as of now. He's gonna keep his job, but I think it depends on how he finishes. Like if they finish really like top 2 worst teams of the season, then they might let him play out one more season and then fire him if they just don't do shit next year.
You think they will fire him? I don't know if the
They'll
Patriots have
probably
the
ask
balls
him to
to
step
fire him.
down, but will he step down?
Okay, maybe there's some secret shit like that.
Like they'll ask him like, "Hey, can you resign?" And it'll look like you just
walked away. Yeah,
exactly. You walked away, and you could either try to coach again or you could just not coach at all. Like you're already a legend.
Yeah,
You're a GOAT already. No matter what you want to say about the Patriots' success, whether it was Brady or Belichick, it doesn't matter. It happened. Both of them are going to be cemented in Hall of Fame
always,
forever. So it is what it is.
I'm just sad. Because it's true. It's true. I mean, I watched the team torment me for 20 years. Literally. Like, it's just, it's set in stone.
But
6 Super Bowl
good.
rings.
It
but yeah,
feels good.
I'm just happy
and
to
the
finally.
Dolphins are on top right now while this is
The
happening.
best.
Shout out the Miami Dolphins team from the crib. You know what time it is. 5-1 leading the AFC East. We're just so happy to be Dolphins fans, man, recording this shit. But
what a good time to be alive.
I had a bad beat too, man. Unfortunately, I called it on our Instagram live as well. Make sure you guys tap into our live, man. We're giving out free money. Make sure you tap in.
It's
every
real.
Sunday, 11:30, 12 o'clock before the game start. We're giving out our picks every Sunday, man.
It's not Monopoly money.
It's
real
not.
money.
It's real money. So we want to make sure we give you guys some real money. But unfortunately, I didn't smack today, and I have the Chicago Bears to thank for that. The Chicago Bears were going against a team without their best player, Justin Jefferson. And Kirk Cousins, all he does is throw the ball to Justin Jefferson. Like, he doesn't have anybody else. He doesn't have anybody else to throw it to. He doesn't.
He has
Hawkinson.
Hawkinson
I'm trying
and
to get
Addison. But the thing is, those two are not number 1 targets, so it's going to be hard to get them the ball when they're the focal points of the offense.
And the running game is non-existent. I thought Kevin O'Connell was a good football coach. He's not. He's all right, but he got the best out of Kirk Cousins, but he's not getting the best out of the whole team.
Yeah.
You know, especially the offensive side of the ball. Kirk Cousins has some crazy numbers this year. He's got games with 4 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns, but they're losing those games. He's throwing for 300 yards. He's throwing for 30 completions. He's completing 63% of his passes in some of these games, but they're not winning because they're not running the football. Their defense isn't great. We can say that for sure. Their defense isn't great. But there's other teams out here that don't have great defense, a la the LA Chargers, who we think are going to win tomorrow night and go to 3-2.
Who's we?
Well, I think they're going to win tomorrow.
I think so too. I like
That's a preview for Week 7 ML picks. Make sure you guys
the
have it.
Cowboys are really sketchy.
My bad.
That's Week 6 technically. That's not Week 7.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Shit. Yeah,
But I did. If you guys watch our episode out now.
Oh no, wait. I think we did.
4,
I think we did talk about it. You're right.
It was last week. Yeah, right. We picked.
But I picked Cowboys.
Picked the Cowboys. Yeah.
Still going with the Cowboys.
I respect it. No, I'm sticking with the Chargers. I picked Chargers. Make sure y'all tap in. Episode 4 out now on our YouTube. But yeah, man. Yeah, I think the Bears let me down today on my bad beats.
But
man.
Fields got hurt though.
Yeah,
he did. He got hurt today. And I just picked him because obviously what they did Thursday night against Washington, I was like, yo, man, he put up a 40 ball. He got through for 4 tutties. Him and DJ Moore looked like an elite duo the way the way both of them were playing.
Yep.
But obviously, Justin Jefferson is a huge loss. But it's Kirk Cousins and the backup for Justin Fields. It's that simple, and Kirk Cousins made enough throws, made enough plays down the stretch to win that game, and it wasn't close. So, unfortunately, that's my bad beat of the day. Craig, I know you didn't bet, but what game were you surprised about, man? What game shocked you this week?
The biggest shocker to me was that 49ers game against the Browns. Even though I think the Browns have a solid D, just how many injuries they have on offense. The Browns got a D. They got a defense.
Yeah, man, but we got to pause that. We got to pause it. Oh, Lord.
Oh, you guys are wild.
Okay.
The Browns defense is rock hard.
Yo, pause. Yo, that's crazy.
That was to fuck with you guys.
That's crazy, yo. That's
Browns
crazy.
Browns defense is good, man.
Hey, yo.
That was what you guys wanted. That's what you niggas are on. You're on that tip. Fucking.
Oh, pause, man. Oh, shit.
Damn,
oh, man.
Oh, man.
We're losing it right now, man. We're losing it.
That was a shocker. That was a shocker for me.
It was. No, it was definitely a shocker for me as well. I'll give you that. Niners should have definitely won that game against the Browns with their backup quarterback. Couldn't get it done, but that's why we have Week 7. And we're going to give you guys our money line picks for Week 7 right here on Episode 5, Season 3 of the Sports Bender Podcast.
Let's get it done, baby.
Make sure you guys tap in, man. Shout out Craig305 again for just being here with us, celebrity photographer.
Anytime.
You already know what it is. Shout out Coach. Shout out Wolfpack Sports. You already know what it is. Shout out my dog Dodo. You already know what time it is. But Week 7 money line picks here, man. Lines change every second. We're not giving you lines. You guys want some lines? Make sure you guys tap in Sunday afternoon. You guys want the lines? Tap in Sunday afternoon. I'm sick and tired of that shit. People text me, oh, I want the lines, man. I want the lines for this or that. Why you can't put it out on your episode? Dude, we don't record. We want to make sure we give you guys consistent content. So we want to make sure when you tap into the live, you're getting accurate knowledge, accurate picks at the time, right before,
numbers, man.
Literally an hour before you can place your bet. So don't fold on that. I'm ready to go into Week 7 picks. You guys ready?
Yep.
Do it.
Ready? All right, man. Week 7 picks here. First game, Lions at Baltimore. Is it at Baltimore? Let me double check here, man. Make sure I get this shit right here.
Isn't it a Thursday night game?
No, that one's Sunday. Sunday at 1. Yeah, it's in Baltimore. Sunday at 1. Week 7.
I'm gonna go with Lions.
Lions on the road?
Yeah, I'm going Lions too.
If they're healthy, if they don't have their both running backs, I'm gonna go with Baltimore.
I hear you, but I think the Lions will pull it out. Like, I don't like the way that the Ravens are playing right now, and I think the Lions' defense and offense has just been super impressive right now. So give me the Lions.
I'm gonna go Lions as well. I think Ravens coming back from London didn't have a great game against Tennessee today. Still pulled it out, but I don't know. I'm going Lions. They're playing good football right now.
Yeah,
they're playing on both sides of the ball. They're playing good football, so I'm going to go Lions. Chargers at Kansas City. Oh man, this is a
at
big
Kansas
one.
City?
Yeah, this is a big one though.
Give me the Chiefs.
Me, I think I'm gonna go. I have a feeling that the Chargers will pull it off.
Yes.
I feel like the defense always gives Mahomes trouble. They figure out a way to always keep him to reasonable numbers.
But it's always Justin Herbert who throws that game away.
Yeah,
against the
so
Chiefs.
I think Justin Herbert's hot this year.
Yes.
So we'll see.
Yo, pause.
Oh my
Nah.
god.
He's not hot.
That
Some
was
of
you
the
being a
bullshit.
little petty. You being a little petty.
I just have to.
You
Hey,
being
come
a little
on,
petty.
man.
on
Come on,
fire.
man.
Being a little petty now.
Keenan
Come
Allen's
on,
fire.
man.
Keenan Allen's on fire. Come on. They got a good team.
They
They're
do.
looking good.
No, I
and they
agree,
just got Eckler back, which is a big factor.
Right. I agree. I'm going Chargers as well.
I'm going. Who was it again? It was
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Going Chiefs at home. I respect it. Packers at Broncos. Man, this is a
Packers,
pick 'em.
Packers.
This is a shit
Fuck
show.
These Broncos, man.
Yeah, I'm going Packers too. I'm never gonna pick the Broncos for as long as I live.
I don't even have to say my pick. Like,
Packers across the board. We got Dolphins at Philly against the Eagles. This has got to be game of the week, game of the season could be.
Yeah. Big game.
In Philly. Dolphins are the highest scoring offense in football right now. The Eagles do have a top 5 defense. What do we got?
I'm gonna go with the Dolphins, man. I don't give a shit.
yeah.
Is that a homer pick?
It's just, nah.
It's 50-50. Like I believe in the Dolphins, but I'm also a fan. But it's gonna be a shootout.
Yeah.
And how the Eagles have been playing their offense, like I just don't know if they can keep up with us. If we're hot how we are,
Yep.
watch out, Eagles, man. We're coming for that ass.
Yo, it's crazy, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Like, yo. Dog.
We coming for
Yo. Dog. Oh, my God. This is
going down
stressful.
Philly.
This is stressful, man. This is stressful. Stressful situations on this side,
Oh,
man. I
man.
swear.
Oh,
I'm going Fins, yo. I'm not going to let you distract me with this shit.
You're going
Yo.
Fins, all right.
yeah.
I'm not letting you distract me with this shit. I'm going Fins. It's not a homer pick as well. I think a high-scoring offense, the way the Eagles are playing, they're not going to be able to contain that Dolphins offense. I think the Dolphins offense is loaded across the board. As long as Tyreek Hill's hamstring is not pulled or popped or whatever word you want to use, Mr. Anatomy Major over here. But I think the Dolphins are going to be able to score enough points to beat the Eagles. I'm going Dolphins here.
No, yeah, I'm going Fins as well, of course. But I just have to say something, bro. When your team's that good, it's not a homer pick.
Right.
When
I
your team's
agree.
that good, it's like sometimes you just gotta go with them.
Gotta
bro.
go with them.
We blessed out here.
We are. No, we are. I mean,
South
Miami
Florida
looking nice.
sports is on the rise,
Exactly.
baby.
we got teams making NBA finals. We got teams making Stanley Cup finals. We got teams
we
making
everywhere.
Final Fours.
We got fucking
We got
Messi.
Brooks Koepka winning PGA Tours. We got Messi.
It's the year for us, man.
The U, even though, damn, the U lost
Should have
yesterday.
fucking kneeled it.
I know.
We'll cut it.
That's
right
2 games
there.
ago, and I don't
We'll
even
cut
want.
that
Yeah,
part
let's
right
not
there.
talk about that. Let's not talk about that.
man.
Jaguars at New Orleans. This is a good game. This is a good game.
I'm gonna go with New Orleans. I like New Orleans. I like their defense. The offense has been sketch, but
Yeah,
if
that's
they,
the only thing that worries me
Yeah.
about them
If-
is their
if
offense.
they can keep it together, I think they can win that game.
They can.
New
but
Orleans,
I'm not-
right?
against New Orleans.
Yeah.
I'm going Jacksonville here.
Yeah, I'm going Jags as well.
They put up 37 points today against the Colts, but they still put up 37.
No, they're good. They're good.
Yeah, their
And
offense
Travis
is moving.
Etienne is rolling right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're moving
he's
right
on
now.
fire.
They're moving.
He's rolling right now.
And
so
the
I'm going
other
Jags.
receivers are starting to pick it up. It's not just Ridley anymore.
Right.
You got everybody stepping up.
Yeah.
Bills at New England.
Bills.
Yeah, I'm going Bills here.
Yeah, Bills.
Just
Bills.
money line. Whatever the spread is at that time, we'll
Even though the
discuss
Bills
it on
are
our
really
live,
are
but
looking sketch right now.
Yeah, what is it, 6-0? Is it
Yeah, to give you an
6-0 still?
update,
Yeah.
Josh Allen threw an interception. And yeah, it is 6-0. Giants are looking to win with almost their whole offensive line out.
and they're starting quarterback out.
And they're starting quarterback out. So like I don't know
So
what's
that-
going on.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing right there. I don't even
wanna
know what
talk
say
about
to
that.
30 seconds left in the second quarter, and it's 3rd and 1. Giants on the Buffalo 12.
Okay. Let's see it, man. Let's see
And the
it.
spread, what was the
6-0?
spread? It was like minus
15 and a half or 15.
minus 15 before the game started.
If you took Giants to cover, you're going to hit. If you take Giants money line this week, you're still in there. You're still in there.
Hanging on.
You're hanging on. We're going Browns Colts here next game in Indy. This is a shit show of a game, but I'm gonna go Browns here. After what they just pulled off, they're gonna probably be coming in with crazy confidence.
Yeah, man.
Against a Colts team that isn't that good without their rookie
Where's it
quarterback.
at since? Wait.
It's in Indianapolis.
It's in Indy.
Oh, it's Colts Browns. I thought you said
Colts
Bengals Browns. Colts Browns.
Probably Browns. I'll probably lean towards Browns on that one.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing when you have teams that come off of big wins like that. I think sometimes it's hard for them to come out not unmotivated, but
Right.
like to not come out flat because they're so high off of that one win.
Right.
Oh yeah, we beat the best team in the league. But I mean, I guess for money line's sake, I'll take the Browns, but I really wouldn't be surprised if it was like a super close game and like Colts could pull it out because I think they're finally going to start working JT back in. This is going to be his third game back.
Right.
He might have a big game. I think I could see him getting like 20 carries potentially in that.
I can see it too. I'm gonna go Browns. Money line, easy.
Yeah.
Going Browns.
Browns.
Cool, man. So let's wrap up week 7 with our money line picks. We got Commanders at Giants. I don't give a damn about this game, but I'm going Commanders here.
Yeah, I guess
It's
Commanders.
I'm going. It's in.
I mean, the Giants look decent right now, but
they're a toss up, man. They're just not a good football team.
Exactly.
They're just not a good football team. So I'm gonna go Commanders here. Who you got?
Commanders against who?
Against the Giants.
Commanders. Yeah.
Commanders as well. Falcons at Bucks. This is a good game, man. A division game. So who knows what's gonna happen here?
Give me the Bucks.
I'm going Bucks too as well.
Bucks, yeah.
I like Bucks as well. Raiders at Soldier Field against the Bears.
If Justin's out, I'm gonna go with the Raiders. But if he's in, I'm gonna go with the Bears.
It's funny. The Raiders would blow a game like this too. They would. Like I'm gonna still pick them to win, but I would not be surprised they blow a game like this, bro.
It wouldn't shock me. Yeah, it wouldn't shock me. I'm gonna go Raiders here. I'm gonna go Raiders though. Still gonna go. It wouldn't shock me if they blow, but pause. But I'm gonna go Raiders here. All right, you told me.
Raiders, yeah.
Yeah. Cardinals at Seattle.
Seattle. All day, every day.
Seattle.
Yeah, I gotta go Seattle.
I hear it.
They're looking good.
Steelers at LA against the Rams.
Rams, baby.
Yes, sir.
Rams, baby. Cooper Kupp's back. Cooper Kupp's officially back.
Back like he never left.
That's a tough game for me. Like I'm gonna take the Rams too, but that's one of those games as well. It's like
You never know what's gonna happen.
they got TJ Watt. I don't even think they played. Yeah, they're coming off a bye, so you never know. You never know, man.
I'm gonna go Rams though.
I'm gonna go Rams money line.
I'm gonna go Rams. Yeah, I'm gonna go Rams. And the last game of Week 7, 49ers at the Minnesota Vikings.
I'm still leaning with 49ers.
Yeah,
Even if they
Niners
have
are
the
gonna bounce
injuries.
back.
Yeah, even if they have the injuries, like I think like the defense is still better.
Yeah, they don't have Jettas. If they had Jettas, I think it would be a more interesting game. But without Jettas, no.
We're gonna need a George Kittle appearance.
Yeah.
Balls out.
Yeah,
I think for sure they win that game.
I agree.
You still got Ayuk as well too. So
Yeah, we get those guys to step up. I think that they have enough guys
incoming.
Yeah,
and they still got Elijah Mitchell, right?
exactly.
Still got Elijah Mitchell.
Yeah.
You can
They still got some decent,
Got
Trey
pieces.
Mason, I think, or Jordan Mason, something Mason,
Something Mason.
in the backfield that's pretty decent
And
for the Niners.
Kyle Shanahan is legit, man. I can't even lie about it. Craig's with us. Episode 5, Season 3 of the Sports Bender Podcast. And due to that, we got to give you an update on the Sports Bender Fantasy Football League.
Yeah, but look in the camera when I talk in this one.
Yeah, this
There's
is
been a lot
they
of
can't
shit
see.
talking about the people's team.
This isn't going to be a long segment, guys. As you clearly know, we have somebody here wanting to brag here.
Guys.
So, want to give you an update on our Sports Bender Fantasy Football League. The standings have changed a little bit. Not at the top, unfortunately, but it has changed a little bit here. So we're looking at the people's team here at 5-0. God damn.
Yeah,
the
5-0. They're looking really sexy, and I want to address this myself personally since I'm here on camera. They want to make excuses that the commissioner of the people's team was not drunk enough to.
He wasn't. He
on
fucking
that.
wasn't.
But what they don't understand is that even a drunk Craig 305 has a big ass fucking brain, and they
bullshit.
drafted amazing players. The bench is solid. The team is solid. And these guys are fucking hating. So the people seem going to be out here getting these W's, work their way. At some point, I'll come on again and we'll talk about the championship win. Like, that's what's going to happen.
Guys, the fans, our supporters, I challenge you guys. Go back to episode 1, season 3 of the Sports Banner podcast and tell me if you can see Craig in a situation where he looks like he's on a bender. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Go back. And
go back.
You can go back and see what
Go
Craig.
back and watch that episode through and through and let me know if you guys think Craig was ever on a bender.
When you used to go back, see what Craig was wearing.
Right after this.
What was Craig wearing? He was wearing a fucking Messi jersey to a football draft. What was that? That was a sign to let people know that the GOAT was coming through. And the GOAT was going to fucking draft amazing players.
Shit.
These
That's
guys,
crazy, yo.
look, let me just put this in perspective. I had the 7th pick. I went with Austin Eckler. Half the people here didn't know who Austin Eckler was. Then I went with my next pick was Cooper Kupp. How is Cooper Kupp available, guys? I don't understand.
Because you weren't on a bender. That's the problem.
Nah, yeah, you
weren't, man.
Cheater.
Yo,
Some bullshit.
guys, come on.
It's some bullshit, but whatever. You know what? You're 5-0, on your way to 6-0.
I'm looking to take over. But
This is
update
crazy,
the people
man.
on the rest of the standings so they know.
So we got my dog Otero here at in second place here at 3-2. Got my dog Rocky Diggums, fellow co-host of the Sports Banner podcast, there in third place at 3-2.
Not for long though.
We got Goodfellas Lee. Shout out my dog Goodfella in fourth place right there at 3-2. Shout out Jenna, also at 3-2.
Jenna, she just traded with the people's team. There's a lot of drama going on.
There's a lot of drama going on behind the scenes here. Horny Toad.
We got a crazy commissioner.
Horny Toad. Hold on. Before we get to this, Horny Toad. Slide in the chat, man. You got to say something.
Horny Toad, come on.
You're reeling here. You're reeling. You're spiraling. You lost 3 straight. And you're 2-3 here in 6th place. Last place in the playoff bracket. Your boy here at 7th place at 2-3. We got Code right there
Harry
in
Potter
8th place.
in the house.
Said he was on his revenge tour. I don't know how long that lasted. I think it lasted about 48 hours.
He's about to get a W, though.
Yeah, is he? What on?
Where's he at right now? Let's see.
I don't
Is he
know.
playing the worst team in the league?
He's playing Dolo, and it's 125-51 right now.
So, yeah, unfortunately, we got Clutch Rips here, Los in 9th place, and then Dolo at 1-4 in 10th place. Yo, man, I'll tell you like this. This league is rigged. This league is completely rigged, and I should have known it from the jump. All right, Craig, I said what I said. All right, you're 5-0, and I'll give you credit for it. But goddamn, how you got all these fucking players, man?
Bro, I'm just smart as fuck. What's going to happen
crazy.
next year, I'm going to take, look, Raggy challenged me to take 3 shots before the draft. I'm going to take the 3 shots.
Yes.
And I'm going to hit fucking 3s.
That's a challenge to
right after.
everyone.
Everybody,
as well.
no, that's minimum. You need to take a minimum of 3 shots.
I'm gonna say it here now. This is the Sports Bender podcast draft. This is not Sports Sober podcast.
I'm a
draft.
functioning alcoholic.
And also, Cody, my dog,
So
we're not Adolf Hitler-ing this shit no more. All right, we need to make sure everybody's involved.
That's Cody every time when he comes in. Vito. Fucking hit you with that.
He's vetoing trades left and right. I don't understand this guy, man. I can't submit any trades. What's the point of submitting
Don't
them?
submit it because it's a veto.
You're gonna get vetoed. That's the whole point. But guys, make sure you guys tap in to the Sports Bender podcast this season. We're gonna give you guys live updates throughout our fantasy football league. But I'm excited to see what's coming forward in week 7 and week 8 because by then multiple teams would have started getting buys now.
More vetoes. More vetoes are coming.
More vetoes are on the way.
I think there's more vetoes in our league than there's games and weeks in the NFL.
Yeah, no, by far. There's 17, 18
At
weeks in the
this point.
NFL. Cody's already vetoed about 15, 16 trades.
Yeah, everything you put in a kicker trade, veto.
Veto.
You can't get shit in this league.
That's crazy, man.
keep your original team. That's it.
That's it.
Crazy.
I don't mind it. My original team's sexy.
For real? Yeah.
It is, man. It is.
It's crazy, yo. It's crazy.
Um,
But episode 5 coming up to a close, man. My dog. I know we want to talk about a little bit about that Bad Bunny album that came out,
let's
man.
talk something random.
Yeah,
you
man,
know,
let's do it.
we had Drake drop. Now we had Bad Bunny drop.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about, you know, hip hop and where it's going? And do you guys think that like Latin has completely taken over the charts and it's gonna be like #1 standard now, or is hip hop gonna make a comeback? Because I'm gonna be honest, what I've heard from hip hop has been a little sketchy, but the Shaq and Kobe with Ross and Meek Mill, that was some hard hip hop, at least for a bit that I've seen. I was expecting that from Drake's album. I feel like I didn't get it. I don't know about you guys, how you feel about that album. I think
Drake's album was a mix.
He said it was for the dogs. Like, I felt like it wasn't really that much for the dogs.
I get you on that part.
But I do like it though. I'm not hating on the album. I'm gonna be honest with that.
I like the album. Yeah, I like the album.
I just really like. I was expecting something like he was holding back, and now he was gonna let go, and now it's like. I just feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like now he doesn't even want to really go ham. Like, it's just, let's get another album out. I got 30 more to go, you know?
Well, to answer your question about the Latin rap scene, we're kind of like the equator of it in Miami, right? Like, we're just mixed with a whole bunch of Hispanic. No, we're mixed with a whole bunch of Hispanic culture in our area. So it's clearly taken over our area. But to say it'll take over nationally, it's really, really hard for me to say that. I don't know if
I think it already has. Bro.
Yeah, Bad Bunny has been the top artist streamed wise Spotify 3 years straight. 3 years straight.
Yeah, I didn't know
the numbers
that.
are there,
bro. Yeah, the numbers for Spanish music is
billions. They're in the billions. Like,
but is that more like in their area in Latin America?
No, it's the world. Like
international,
like the world.
International numbers.
No, I hear it, but I would say a majority of the people are listening. You know, the people that actually understand what these people are saying. You know,
that's what
some European guy that lives in Switzerland might be bumping it, but I guarantee he don't know what the hell he's saying.
But that's why they're lucky, because I feel Spanish, unfortunately, you might not know it, but it's one of the biggest languages in the world, and it reaches so many parts of the world that English doesn't reach. Okay. So that's where they have that benefit. That's why I feel like Latin's blown up, because they're everywhere. You know, like there's Latin people in Egypt, there's Latin people everywhere you look. So they have listeners, and it's the first time that like a genre like that has overshadowed, you know, either pop or most of the American music, English music. So now like the charts are just filled with all these Latin artists. And it's been crazy, you know. So
give me your reaction from that Bad Bunny album, because me and Rocky admitted we didn't. I listened to it once. Right? I don't think you didn't. I didn't get a chance to listen, right?
Nah, not really.
Yeah, no one is on Bad Bunny's level. Like, especially in the Spanish industry, there's a lot of up and coming people, and there's a lot of great people. But I don't think anyone can keep up, at least with the numbers that he's putting out. Yeah, and just even
is the quality of music?
It's amazing, yeah, because he's able to adapt. So like I would say like the Drake, you know, Spanish. Yeah, how Drake has dropped like a hip hop album or EDM and all that stuff. He's able to do that too, and he's able to transition also to English, and he's able to collaborate with these English people. So that's where I feel like Bad Bunny's on another level because of that. He's a superstar, bro. Yeah, he's on another level.
He does WWE.
Yeah, like, he's on wrestling too. He's done a lot of stuff. Like the man has found a way to like market himself well. Now has with his girlfriend now, you know, Kendall Jenner. He's reaching a complete different market. Now he's in the fashion world. He's reaching people that maybe didn't even listen to him, and now like the possibilities are endless for him. Like he's gonna be able to get all types of deals that he probably wouldn't have gotten before, you know. So
facts.
He's on another level.
Shout out Bad Bunny, man. Like I said,
shout out for sure.
I listened to the album one way through. I didn't understand a word this man was saying, but I don't know, the flow is there, man. He's spitting.
The beats are fire.
The beats, he's spitting on some like trap beats.
I definitely understand that. I just gotta, actually take a listen to it.
But, and the lyrics are already out on these streaming apps, so you can actually read the lyrics to it if you understand what he's saying and really kind of dive into it. But shout out Bad Bunny, man. Changing the way of Latin music, changed the way of Latin culture. And it's a great thing to see, especially as a Hispanic man living in South Florida. It's pretty dope.
I love to see minorities doing their thing.
Definitely, man. Episode 5, though, it's a wrap. Craig 305. My God. Special shout out to my dog Dolo, always holding it down. Shout out Coach. Shout out Wolfpack team. Shout out everybody. Heartbeat of the South. Craig, you got anything coming up?
you know, I like to keep it top secret, but I want to give a shout out to Threat Denim.
Let's go.
They be hooking me up. They be sending me some sexy shit, and they actually got amazing, you know, apparel. Check them out if you guys get a chance. But you know, they keeping me flying, man. I love those guys.
Yeah, man. We might have to cop a shirt or something, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Might have to cop a shirt or something, man. But make sure you guys watch or subscribe to our YouTube. Follow us on TikTok, Twitter, IG. We're expanding our platforms here.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
So make sure you guys tap in with us. Are we good?
Yes, sir. You know,
Just
shout
know-
out to Fins.
Lego, the bender never ends.
You know.
Hey, girl, wish me well. I don't keep no chain, no ain't no wishing well. Don't kiss and tell. She still got my skin under her fingernails. Who the hell let you in this bitch? Boy, you look like you 12. Send them shells, cause I heard a dead man cannot tell a tale. Wish me well. I don't keep no chain, no ain't no wishing well. Don't kiss and tell. She still got my skin under her fingernails. Who the hell let you in this bitch? Boy, you look like you 12. Send them shells, cause I heard a dead man cannot tell a tale. Oh, for real. I be calling shot, you just be calling 12. Raw as scale.